This is from the heavens. And we understand that this is where we are to wait for Christ. This is where the government of Israel is to wait for Christ in Jerusalem. Once you come into that truth, then you got to head back to Jerusalem as the government of Israel. This is what I said to you earlier. That's what I said. I said the government of the nation of Israel must be allowed to operate without hindrance. A lot of you don't know yet what the government do, not even understanding that a lot of you are already part of the government. You just have not fell into your ministry yet. We went into many are called, but I am chosen. If you feel you're chosen, then you eventually going to get that ministry. That's why Scripture says, wait on the ministry. You had a sister in I think it was Orlando, okay, or Miami. I think it was one of the places. She was with child, couldn't wait, okay. Is there anything else we can do now? I was like, nah, sister, you got to get to the straight gate, okay? You got to get to the straight gate. But the government of Israel, it has to head back. This is the prophecy. This is the prophecy. Everybody understand that? Okay, let's go back and let's look at that verse 4 again. Songs of Solomon chapter 3, verse 4. You got the truth. You held it, would not let it go. Then you knew the next place was I had to go to my mother's house. Verse 4, read it again.
It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and would not let him go, until I have brought him into my mother's house.
Until I have done what?
Brought him into my mother's house.
Read on.
And into the chamber of her that conceived me.
Okay, everybody know that's what? Okay, very good, everyone. Very nice, very good. Verse 5, read.
I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and by the hinds of the field.
Read on.
That you stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please.
Okay, everybody see that? Everybody see that, right? I was quoting that earlier, okay? Meaning, listen, Christ's going to come when he want to come, okay? You don't try to haste above God. Do everybody understand that? Don't wake my love till he pleases. That's telling the Israelites that's in the truth, do not hasten. The creature may not hasten above his maker. That's why, again, it says, endure sound doctrine. You have to wait patiently for the words of God to be fulfilled. Do everybody understand that? Reunited, now waiting on your wedding day. This is what this is, waiting on the wedding day now. Do not wake him. Wait for him to come, because now traditionally, the way weddings was, the bridegroom, what they call a bridegroom, which is the groom, he had to show up first. Isn't that the way it's followed? If it's followed right, the groom come out first. Then the bride comes to meet the groom. The bride don't go ahead of the groom. Don't come out in roller skates. I charge thee. This is an order. I charge thee, okay? Don't be going above Christ, okay? You wait on him is what this is saying. Do not awake my love until he pleases. You wait on him. Everybody understand that? Where you waiting at? Where they at again? Where they at again? In her mother's house. And I order you, you daughters of Jerusalem, you bride of Christ, you wait on him until he pleases. Read on.
Verse 6. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke?
Come on.
Perfume with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant.
Okay, so this is the beauty of the coming of Jesus Christ. It's called the glory of the Lord that is described here. Everybody understand that? Read on.
Behold his bed, which is Solomon's. 80 valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel.
Read on.
They all hold swords, being expert in war.
Read on.
Every man have his sword upon his thigh, because of fear in the night.
Because of fear in the night. Very difficult, right? Look at that. Very difficult, right? Again, it says, who is this that's coming? So we know it's talking about the glory of God. Okay, everybody understand that? So let's go back to verse 6. Let's read verse 6 again.
Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke.
Read on.
Perfume with myrrh and frankincense.
Come on.
With all powders of the merchant.
Question mark. This is the glory of God. It's talking about the coming of the Lord. Do everybody understand that? Okay, he's coming to have his wedding, okay? The marriage of the Lamb. Everybody understand that? Read on.
Behold his bed, which is Solomon's.
Okay, so now it's going to bring us back to Solomon, because Solomon did something that was symbolic, okay? Everybody got that? That's what it is. It's going to bring us back to him because he did something that's symbolic. But it's also stating, read on.
80 valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel.
Okay, on the wedding day, 80 valiant men were about it, of the valiant of Israel, which is representing the angels that's coming back with Christ. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that, right? Everybody got that? It's like y'all lose. Representing the angels that's coming back with Christ. Read on.
They all hold swords.
Read on.
Being expert in war.
Read on.
Every man have his sword upon his thigh.
Read on.
Because of fear in the night.
Okay, we still in the kingdom of the night. Everybody understand that? So you got Esau, which is his armies and his militaries. They're going to try to come out and they're going to try to fight against Christ. Everybody understand that? All of that. I'm not going to those precepts on that, but all that is precepted. Everybody got that, right? So this is why the angels is going to fight them, kill them, and other angels is going to be picking up the wives, the bride of Israel. Everybody understand that, right? Read on.
King Solomon made himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon.
Come on.
He made the pillars thereof of silver.
Come on.
The bottom thereof of gold. The covering of it of purple.
Come on.
The midst thereof being paved with love.
Come on.
For the daughters of Jerusalem.
For what?
The daughters of Jerusalem.
Okay, so now it's talking about King Solomon and how he was preparing on his wedding day. Okay, and what he was doing. Read on.
Go forth, O ye daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him in the day of his espousals.
Espousals. Everybody see that with an S on it? Okay, so basically it was symbolically representing Solomon married a multitude, right? How many he married? How many Solomon married? Right, so it's letting you know that Christ is coming back to marry a multitude. Do everybody understand that? Which is the whole nation of Israel. Everybody understand that? That's what that's alluding to. Everybody understand that? Read on.
And in the day of the gladness of his heart.
And that was his happiest day, which is the day of his wedding. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? So now, back again to the church has to make herself ready to join Christ. Everybody see that, right? Not everybody's going to be ready. Okay, Christ spoke about this himself. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 22. Now we're going to get Christ talking about this out of his own mouth. Everybody understand that? Matthew chapter 22, verse 1. Read.
And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son.
Okay, everybody see that, right? Read on.
And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding.
Read on.
And they would not come.
Read on.
Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed.
Come on.
And all things are ready. Come unto the marriage.
Okay, so these are the Israelites that got an opportunity to be, like it says, blessed are they that take part in the marriage supper of the Lamb. They had an opportunity to be in this truth, and they didn't take advantage of it. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
But they made light of it.
But they did what?
Made light of it.
But they did what?
Made light of it.
Therefore. Okay, I don't really give a damn. Okay, everybody understand that? Whoever them didn't take advantage of the opportunity, that's too bad for them. Read on.
And went their ways. One to his farm.
Come on.
Another to his merchandise.
Come on.
And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them.
Okay, and then the remnant, which is people that was in the truth and figured this ain't the truth no more, started speaking against the truth. This is going into them. Read on.
But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth.
Come on.
And he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers.
Read on.
And burned up their city.
So this is the future of everybody that speaks against the truth. Read on.
Then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready.
Read on.
But they which were bidden were not worthy.
They were not what?
Worthy.
Read on.
Go ye therefore into the highways.
Read into where?
The highways.
Read on.
And as many as ye shall find.
Read on.
Bid to the marriage.
Everybody see the same message here. Everybody see the same message, right? Read on.
So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found.
Read on.
Both bad and good.
Read on.
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Okay, it's letting you know wicked people is up in here too, okay? Some demons is up in here, okay? Everybody got that? But Christ, again, is going to make sure that they get dealt with. Read on.
And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw their man which had not on a wedding garment.
And he saw their man which had not on a wedding garment. Read on.
And he saith unto him,
Read on.
Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
Okay, so this process is usually going to take place in the truth, in the weeding out of the truth. And then the ones that actually make it among our numbers. I even gave you numbers, okay? I said it's going to be about 1 million people that leave out of here, okay? I think I'm getting that from nowhere. I'm just pulling that out of the air, okay? I'm giving you numbers. And there's going to be some people that make it among them numbers that's just going to be examples. Them cats going to be leaving Judases as hell. They're going to be wondering, how the hell I'm escaping? What the hell is this? Maybe until we get in the wilderness, then we're going to damn send Killmonger out there to stab them. There's other prophecies about the rebels shall be purged out in the wilderness. Okay? Everything makes sense. Don't it? Don't it? Yeah, the future. Listen to your future, okay? You got some people that got a glorious future. You got some people that know that they headed for hell. Okay? And you better believe this like you believe you alive because it's going to go down. Everybody understand that? All right, tell them where you at and read it again.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 12.
Read it again.
And he saith unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment?
Read on.
And he was speechless.
And he was what?
Speechless.
Because he knew he was guilty. Okay, we're going to get into what all that is talking about. Read on.
Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness.
Read on.
There shall be weeping.
There shall be what?
Weeping.
Read on.
And gnashing of teeth.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So let's go to Matthew chapter 25 now. Okay, so an Israelite wedding, traditionally what had happened was the bride, the groom, would take his men, his best man and his groomsmen, and they would head to the place that the wedding was going to be. And they would head to that place making a spectacle, okay? They would have people following them, people praising God, thanking the Lord. I'm saying this is the wedding of such and such. He's headed to his wedding. And people used to just come out. They just come out their houses and damn give blessings, man. Barakatah, man. Good luck, man. Happy, great wedding, man. We love you. We love them. Have a good time. This is what had usually took place, okay? Then they would get to the place of the wedding. This was a big thing in the city. Every wedding was very big. The bride and her maid of honors, that's what it is? Huh? Bridesmaids, thank you, bridesmaids. And what's the maid of honor? That's like the best man, the best woman, right? Right. So the bridesmaids and her maid of honor, they would know when the men process and they go by, then it would be their turn, okay? She would send out her maids of honor, and her maids of honor would go out, and they would be making a big deal, like, my best friend is getting married, and everybody would be congratulating them and praising God. It was a big thing, and this is how weddings went. So now it's just a shorter thing. Rather than do a procession through the city, everybody comes to that place that's going to be part of the wedding, and then you'll see the men walk down. That's what the walking down the aisle come from. That ain't nothing that just appeared out of nowhere. That walking down the aisle represents what we was doing in Israel when the men with a groom and his men was walking to the place of the wedding and making a big spectacle, and everybody was praising God for them. Everybody understand that? Then the bridesmaids were next. Okay, everybody understand that? And they will go. And then last of all, once they reached the area and they came last of all, the bride has to be ready. And it's her turn to join the groom. Now, Christ spoke of this. He spoke of this. Let's go to Matthew chapter 25. Matthew 25. This is why you don't play with a wedding. I want to have a wedding, and I think we want to have Hercules up in there. I want to do something different. I think we should have Zeus throwing some lightning bolts in my wedding. I'm going to do something different. Hear me, Zeus. Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. So now Christ is going to give this, again, the bride making herself ready. This is symbolic, this is supposed to be symbolic, symbolizing what Israel was supposed to be doing with Christ. So now this is what Christ is talking about. He's going to break it down. Matthew 25, verse 1. Read.
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins.
Okay, those maids, those bridesmaids were virgins, traditionally, like we next. Okay, our friend is getting married. We're going to be getting married soon too. Read on.
Which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
Okay, everybody see that, right? So this was what was going on. The bridegroom was at the place, and then they had to go to the place next. Do everybody understand that? So now, in order to do that, they had to go out, because this was traditionally, it wasn't traditional, but this is the way Christ is breaking it down. He's saying that this was done at midnight because he's letting people know you don't know when he's coming to do that marriage. Do everybody understand that? So these virgins had to be ready. Once those men went, they were supposed to go. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
And 5 of them were wise.
Okay, 5 was wise. Read on.
And 5 were foolish.
And 5 was dumb as hell. Okay? Okay, this is people that in the truth. 5 people gonna be wise, some people gonna be dumb as hell. Everybody got that? Read on.
They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Yeah, they took their lamps, but they took no oil with them. They didn't know how long it was going to take the bridegroom to show up for them to do their possession. So they out there with their lamps. Now, if you're wise, you're going to say, listen, we don't know how long this is going to be. Let's make sure we got our oil, so in case it burns out, we can fill our lamp back up with oil and we'll still have light. So this is people that's in the truth, that's not studying. Those are the foolish ones that's running out of oil while you're waiting on Jesus Christ. This is what Christ is going through. This is what he's talking about. Read on.
But the wise took oil.
When you run out of oil, what happens? Your light go out. When the light goes out, the light is the truth, okay? Let me just get this one precept. Get the book of Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. And read that real quick. Isaiah 8 and 20. Read it. Come on, brother.
To the law.
Read it again.
To the law.
Go ahead.
And to the testimony.
Read on.
If they speak not according to this word.
If they speak not according to this word. Read on.
It is because there is no light in them.
Yeah, their light went out. They're not in the truth no more. They don't even have no oil to relight the lamp. Do everybody understand that? Once your light is out, that means you're no longer in the truth. So you had these people waiting on Christ. They had to show up to the wedding. Ran out of oil. Ain't had no more. What is that again? It's people that's in the truth, that's not studying, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and your light is going out. Once that light is out, you are out.